So welcome again. This is the next video of KTU question paper solutions of advanced manufacturing technology, and the question paper is May 2019. Okay, May 2019, and question number is 4B. Differentiate the impregnation and infiltration process in powder metallurgy. Differentiate the impregnation and infiltration process in powder metallurgy, and you can see 4 marks. Okay, so 2 marks for impregnation and 2 marks for infiltration. Okay, differentiate the impregnation and infiltration process in powder metallurgy. Okay, so secondary operations in powder metallurgy, the impregnation and infiltration are called a secondary operation. These are the two secondary operations. So the main operations involved in powder metallurgy are: the first step is the powder preparation, then second is the blending and mixing, and the third is the powder compaction or pressing, and the fourth is the sintering. Okay, so after sintering, the secondary operations, maybe in some cases we have to do some secondary operations, that is called a impregnation and infiltration, are carried out on products of powder metallurgy due to the porous nature of the powder metallurgy products. So here you can see in figure 1.6, this is the powder metallurgy part. Here you can see pores. Okay, so these are the pores. Okay, here these are the pores. So because of this porous nature of the powder metallurgy products, these pores can be filled with oils, polymers, or metals of lower melting point. Okay, we have to fill this pores with oils, polymers, or metals of lower melting point. This, because of this secondary operations, this will alter the properties or behavior of such products. So we can alter the properties or behavior of such products through this secondary operations like impregnation and infiltration. So impregnation means, the term impregnation is used when oil or some other fluid is filled into the small pores in a sintered powder metallurgy product. So here this is the pores. So this pores, these are the pores. So in these pores, we have to fill this pores with the oil or some other fluid. When oil or some other fluid is filled into the small pores in a sintered powder metallurgy product, that is after sintering process, sintered powder metallurgy product, that is called impregnation. Oil or some other fluid is filled into the small pores in a sintered powder metallurgy product, that is called impregnation. Self-lubricating bearings and gears can be made by oil impregnation. So these are the examples. Self-lubricating bearings and gears can be made by oil impregnation. And how this can be achieved? This impregnation can be achieved by immersing the sintered product in a bath of hot oil. So we can place this sintered product into a bath of hot oil. So in this way, we can achieve this impregnation. Because of the presence of pores, the sintered components are not airtight. Because of this, due to this presence of the pores, the sintered components are not airtight. And the pore spaces can be filled with a suitable polymer resins to make the powder metallurgy products pressure tight. The hot polymer resin in the liquid form is admitted into the pores, and upon cooling, it solidifies to form an impregnated product. Okay, so that is the second point. Because of the presence of pores, this sintered components are not airtight. Okay, and these pore spaces can be filled with a suitable polymer resins to make the powder products pressure tight. So we have to make the powder metallurgy products pressure tight. So we have to fill that pores with a suitable polymer resins. And this hot polymer resin is in the liquid form. Okay, and is admitted into the pores, and upon cooling, that polymer resin is solidifies to form an impregnated product. So that is called impregnation. Oil or some other fluid like suitable polymer resin is filled into the small pores in a sintered powder metallurgy product, that is called impregnation. Then this next secondary operation, that is the infiltration. So during infiltration, the pores are filled with a liquid molten metal. That is the basic difference between impregnation and infiltration. Impregnation means oil or some other fluid. Here, this infiltration means we are actually fill this pore with a molten metal or liquid metal. And melting point of this metal should be less than that of the metal used in the powder metallurgy product. The melting point of this metal, this molten metal, this liquid metal, be less than that of the metal used in the powder metallurgy product. When this liquid metal is kept in contact with the sintered powder metallurgy product, the liquid seeps into the pores due to the capillary action. Because of the capillary action, this liquid metal seeps into the pores because of this capillary action. The infiltrated part is nearly non-porous and will have a more uniform density and a better strength. This infiltrated, once this infiltration is completed, this infiltrated part is nearly non-porous and will have more uniform density and a better strength. Infiltrating copper in iron powder metallurgy products is a popular example. So the example is infiltrating copper in iron powder metallurgy products is a common example. Okay, so that is the impregnation and infiltration. Okay, so once again I will show the question paper again. Yeah, here question number 4b, differentiate the impregnation and infiltration process in powder metallurgy. Okay, so you have to define the secondary operations, why we need the secondary operations. So then you have to explain this impregnation and infiltration. Okay, so the marks is 4 marks and the question is from May 2019 question paper. Okay, thank you.